The second most common mineral of the continental crust, quartz is composed of silicon dioxide. This mineral appears in two main flavors, macrocrystalline quartz and microcrystalline quartz. This video will be focusing on the macro version, aka the quartz with crystals big enough to be seen without any instruments. Quartz was first described in ancient Greek texts as the word kristallos, meaning crystal and icy cold, as it was believed to be eternal ice due to its clarity and its constantly cold temperatures to the touch. This mineral being more resilient to weathering than most, quartz has a very important role as being a major rock-forming mineral. Examples include granite, which contains other minerals and is a major igneous rock forming the continental crust. Other examples include sandstones, a sedimentary rock widely used in the construction economy. A common quartz crystal will have an hexagonal shape with a pyramidal end. On top of that, a quartz crystal with a pure composition will be clear. However, more often than not, some elements that are small enough will either replace the silica entirely or take an interstitial position in the lattice, or some fluids will make its way inside of the structure. This substitution will result in a colored quartz. A quartz can also have many mineral inclusions that can change its color. Because of those reasons, quartz crystals can be of almost any color imaginable. So let's go through those colors together. For the sake of simplicity, I will be naming colored quartz by their commercial names. Amethyst. The most popular variety of them all, amethyst owes its color to exposure to high-energy gamma radiation, while having minor contents of oxidized iron in its lattice. Some of the prettiest and most valuable amethysts are coming from deposits in Siberia, Uruguay, and in Brazil. In general, the deeper the shade, without turning completely black, the most valuable the amethyst will be on the market. Because of the instability of the color, amethyst is a very easy mineral to play around with. By only heating the mineral to about 500 to 600 degrees Celsius, the shade goes to a deeper purple. By dialing up the temperature even more, one can obtain a magnificent golden color. Heated amethyst will often lose its dichroism, which brings us to citrine. Unfortunately, more often than not, this altered specimen is often sold as natural citrine. Be careful though, as the heating is kept on, the orange fades away and slowly turns into a light yellow, sometimes becoming clear again, making it next to impossible to differentiate the real from the artificially colored citrine. In general, if you see a citrine in a rock and mineral store, always assume that it is some altered amethyst, no matter what color is present in the quartz. If you haven't picked it up by yourself, chances are that your citrine is heated amethyst. Natural citrine is quite rare, and the cause for its color is still under debate. Smoky quartz. Smoky quartz gets its color from exposure to gamma rays, while an added aluminum in its lattice create a tetrahedral aluminate color center. Smoky quartz that have organic matter in its crystal are not really smoky quartz. The right way to tell is again with dichroism. In the mineral market, a clear quartz can be bombarded with gamma radiation, and given the right crystal, will turn smoky from the radiation. Always remember that a real smoky quartz will be dichroic. Ferruginous / hematoid quartz. Hematoid or red quartz gets its color from a coating or an inclusion of oxidized iron. Usually, the quartz that gets a coating is actually a purple amethyst underneath. This coating formed after or while the quartz was growing. Milky Quartz. Milky Quartz is an opaque white quartz. This type of quartz gets its color from inclusions of gases or fluids. In general, a milky quartz gives physical proof of unsteady growth conditions throughout its lifetime. It's probably the most common type of quartz. Chances are, the white opaque rock that you found on the ground or in the streets of your city is Milky Quartz. Piezoelectric. Lately, some green amethyst slash piezoelites coming from Uruguay and Brazil on the market are in fact some amethysts that turn green while being heated. Not a lot of piezoelite deposits exist in the world, and hardly any studies have been made to truly understand the origins of the color. However, an article published by the Canadian mineralogist in 2008 discussed in details the Thunder Bay piezoelite origins. The authors described the correlation about the presence of amethyst with all of the samples of green quartz collected at the site. Surprisingly, they came to the conclusion that the green variety of quartz have a greater content of H2O than any other color in their system. In fact, it seems that the content in H2O is tied to the depth of hue of the crystal. The more H2O, the darker it will be. The color seems to be produced when ionizing radiation hits the whole system. Rose quartz. In fact, two different types of quartz are called rose quartz on the market, a clear and an opaque version. The one that's always opaque has fibrous inclusions of the mineral called dumartyrite. Dumartyrite is a fibrous mineral that can be of multiple colors, and one of them happens to be pink. This mineral gives the illusion that the clear quartz is in fact pink and opaque. The clear type gets its color from aluminum and phosphorus replacing silicon in the lattice and being irradiated. Blue quartz. This quartz owes its color from inclusions of various possible minerals. Those minerals can be crocidolite, tourmaline, or magnesio-rhypakite. Tiger's eye, falcon's eye. A common chatoyant variety of quartz that owes its color to intergrowth quartz crystals and amphibole. The believed difference between both colors is that the iron present in the amphibole's tiger's eye has turned into limonite, while the one in the falcon's eye is still intact. Aventurine. Aventurine, another green variety of quartz, owes its color from inclusions of tiny specks of fuchsite throughout its matrix. Fuchsite is a green chromium variety of muscovite. The lamellar structure of fuchsite gives a distinct glimmer that is so distinctive of aventurine. Note, however, that aventurine can be of different colors depending on the inclusion that's present. Because of the relative ease at which quartz can grow along with other minerals in various environments, quartz crystal can incorporate a wide range of different minerals that will give it an extra value to the collector. Those incorporated minerals are called inclusions. For example, quartz can have an inclusion of a mineral called Rutal, a titanium oxide. This mineral takes the shape of tiny needles inside the quartz. This mineral turns a normally boring quartz into a very attractive golden crystal. Because of the fact that hematite often grows in similar conditions than Rutal, it's not uncommon to find both hematite and Rutal within the same crystal. Another example of inclusion is with the mineral tourmaline. The beauty in tourmalines are in their gradient of colors that change as the mineral crystallizes. Now, imagine those beautiful colors forever sealed in a quartz crystal. In my opinion, tourmalines are the most beautiful and diverse inclusions that a quartz crystal can harbor. The most common inclusion is one including any mineral in the chlorite group. The quartz often will turn into a beautiful green and will look like literal moss grew inside of its structure. Of course, a lot more of inclusions do exist and were found. I could go on with this video for another 45 minutes of footage and still not go through all of the possibilities. For the sake of time management, I will decide to stop here. For more information on microcrystalline quartz, go watch the second part of this video.